Good morning, students. Let us continue electrochemistry topic which I started yesterday. And yesterday we discussed about the definition, what is electrochemistry and what are all the processes deals in that, and what is the application of electrochemistry, what are the uses of learning this chapter, and various substances based on their conductivity like conductors, insulators, semiconductors and superconductors we have discussed. Now let us move to the next topic, various cells present in electrochemistry. We said by the definition that electrochemistry deals with the two main processes. One process is converting chemical energy to electrical energy, and other process is by spontaneous chemical reaction, converting chemical energy to electrical energy using a spontaneous chemical reaction, and other process is using electrical energy, chemical energy is going to be converted. So these two processes are going to be studied in electrochemistry. Similarly, two different cells are used to bring about those two changes. One is electrolytic cell and the other is electrochemical cell. Electrolytic cell is the cell in which electrical energy is converted to chemical energy. That means electricity is used to bring about that non-spontaneous chemical reaction. And electrochemical cell is the one in which chemical energy is converted to electrical energy. That means chemical reaction, that spontaneous chemical reaction, energy is converted to electrical energy. The energy released during this chemical reaction converted to electrical energy, nothing but electricity, right? So first we will discuss in detail about this electrolytic cell. So electrolytic cell again, which uses external voltage. See, electricity is required, but in this electricity is not required. Electricity is generated here. In this, electricity is used to do a chemical reaction. That means external voltage or external battery is connected in a cell to bring about that chemical reaction, right? So that process, actually the process in which chemical change takes place by the passage of electricity, whatever just now I said, the same words I have written here to tell you the definition of electrolysis. So the process, the reaction where I will do, in which I pass the electricity and make the reaction to happen. That process is called electrolysis. You might have heard about this word, electrolysis of water. Hydrolysis of water we are saying now. It is nothing but electrolysis. By giving electricity, we are breaking the water into H2 and oxygen, or hydrogen and oxygen. So that process is called as electrolysis, right? So let us study in detail about electrolytic cell first, then going to the electrochemical cell. Please make a note, electrolytic cell, electrochemical cell. Okay. Now let us discuss about electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell consists of a tank, electrolytic tank, or electrolytic cell, whatever you can say, which is a substance which is made up of glass or insulator. That means it should not allow the passage of electricity. So the beaker should be an insulator in which two metal rods are dipped in it. Two rods are dipped in it. One is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and the other is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. So this is nothing but my external source of energy. Nothing but electricity passage. Electricity is passed into the cell because electrolytic cell is the one in which electric energy is converted into chemical energy. So to do this reaction, I am giving some electricity here, right? And in this electrolyte solution is taken. What is electrolyte? Electrolytic conductors, we have said no. Electrolytic conductors are those which conduct the electricity in the form of ions. Maybe NaC, acids, bases, salt, NaCl, Na plus Cl minus, copper sulfate, copper plus 2, SO4 minus 2. Like that it will be present. So when electrolyte is dissolved in water, it will split the ions in positive and negative ions in this solution. Right? Now the solution is present and I dipped 2 electrodes. One is acting as anode, one is acting as a cathode. And whenever electricity is passed into this solution, what happens? All positive ions move towards the cathode because cathode is connected to the negative terminal. Negative terminal means electrons will be present here. Electrons are flowed onto it, right? So when electrons are coming here, all positive charged ions will be attached onto this electrode to accept those electrons and will become neutral atoms or molecules, neutral species, right? So therefore all cations would like to move towards the cathode and all negative ions will move towards the anode and releases electrons here, and that electrons will pass away, right? Negative ions will move towards the anode and positive ions move towards the cathode. And if you remember, positive ions taking the electron, that means accepting the electrons, is called reduction. Therefore, at cathode, reduction is happening. So, at cathode, reduction takes place. And it is connected to the negative terminal. I will call this end as negative terminal attached end. Cathode, negative. And anode, as it is attached to the positive terminal, I call this terminal as positive terminal. This has no any meaning of ions moving. Just it is connected to the negative terminal, therefore cathode negative and anode positive. At cathode, my positive ions are moving because electrons are coming here to get reduced. Therefore, reduction is taking place at cathode. In any electrochemical cell, electrochemistry cells, reduction will happen at cathode only. Cat reduction, like you remember, or red cat. Reduction, cathode. So red cat, you can remember short forms, right? Reduction is happening at cathode, and as anions are coming here and losing electrons, loss of electron is called oxidation. Therefore, at anode, oxidation will be taking place. At anode, oxidation takes place. So you can remember anox, red cat or cat red. You can remember like that. So everywhere anode takes place oxidation, cathode takes place reduction. Let us see one example of this. Electrolytic refining of copper. Right? So here for this purpose, the electrolyte I have to take should be copper sulfate, CuSO4. So in this Cu plus 2 ions and SO4 minus 2 ions will be present because this is my electrolyte solution. Right. So all these my copper plus 2 ions, due to having positive charge to them, they would like to move towards the cathode and to gain 2 electrons to become into copper plus 2. Right. And then at that time I will take this pure copper rod as cathode and impure copper rod as anode, because purification of metals we have studied for application. So I have copper, but that is little impure form. I want to make a pure form of copper. Then I can use this process. So that impure copper rod I will take here as anode and pure copper rod will be taken as your cathode, right? So that my impure copper will be converting into pure copper during this process. How? For example, you see here, this electrolytic solution is copper I am taking. Even this impure copper contains copper, Cu atoms, right? And due to the connection to the positive terminal of the battery, they also leave the copper ions, Cu plus 2 ions, right? So anode rod also losing Cu plus 2 ions by giving electrons to that rod. It has to lose electrons here, it has to gain electrons in this rod, right? So by losing 2 electrons, this copper rod, impure copper rod, will convert into copper plus 2 ions, and these copper plus 2 ions also will go to the cathode to accept the electrons. See here, copper plus 2, which are in aqueous, takes 2 electrons to convert into copper solid, right? And it will deposit here onto the copper rod. The new copper ions which are coming from here will deposit, and this will be pure form. Only copper ions will be coming here. Therefore, pure copper will come here. And what about the mud here? Impure form. Impure form will settle here. This is called anode mud. Anode mud or impurities, right? So impurities will settle down, and only copper will be migrating towards the cathode. And here in this reaction, anode which is having the copper rod, copper solid, is dissolving into copper plus 2 ions in the form of aqueous and leaving 2 electrons, isn't it? See here, just opposite reactions are happening. But finally what I want purification of my copper, right? So this is happening here. This rod is dissolving slowly and will be converting into copper 2 plus. This is the reaction, anode, oxidation. So anode, copper rod, it is giving electrons to this and converting into copper 2 plus ions and moving towards the cathode, and we will get pure copper solid, right? So this is happening in this, and this is your electrolytic cell, and here is the refining of or purification of impure copper. After some time you can observe that the copper rod of the anode is shrinked little. It will become thin, and this will become thick because all copper is moving towards it. It will increase its mass, but whereas it won't increase, it decreases the mass, right? So this is your electrolytic cell. Okay. Now we will continue the next cell, that is electrochemical cell. We have finished electrolytic cell, and the electrochemical cell is the one in which chemical energy is converted to electrical energy. This is the cell representation. Here no external force is applied, no any electricity is given to the reaction, but from the reaction electricity is generated, will be measured in voltmeter, because it is the cell in which chemical reaction releases energy which will be converted into electrical energy. That is the electrochemical cell, right? In this process I have taken again two rods. One is anode and the other one is the cathode. Here I have taken zinc anode and copper cathode. Two electrodes are dipped in their respective electrolyte solutions. Zinc is dipped in zinc sulfate solution. Again, zinc sulfate is called electrolyte, and copper is dissolved in copper sulfate solution, CuSO4, copper rod or copper strip. zinc rod or zinc strip. So pure strip, here zinc, it is dissolved in zinc sulfate solution, electrolyte, and this is dissolved here. And here two electrodes are placed in separate beakers. If you observe, there are two different beakers in which one electrode is dipped in one beaker and the other electrode is dipped here. And both are connected via a salt bridge. A U-shaped inverted tube, bent tube is called salt bridge, in which balancing of the ions takes place, which is filled with agar-agar and KCl solution. Agar-agar, a gel paste is placed here in which KCl or ammonium chloride is present in this salt bridge, which balances the ions flow in these two solutions. And if you observe, when zinc rod is dipped in zinc sulfate solution, it has the ease of losing electrons, and the electrons move from here, zinc rod. That means zinc atoms are present here. But when it is dipped here and it is connected to this copper rod and which is dipped in copper sulfate solution, zinc has a tendency to lose electrons and convert into zinc plus 2 ions. Zinc convert into zinc rod, zinc solid is converting into zinc plus 2 ions into the solution. And the electrons which are released here are moving from this anode towards the cathode, as negative electrons are negative charge and electrons are generated in this anode. Now this is represented as negative terminal. There is no anything here, just it is represented as negative terminal, and electrons are taken up by this here, in which copper plus 2 ions will be moving towards it to take those electrons. Therefore, cathode is represented as positive terminal. So, copper sulfate solution, from that copper sulfate solution, the copper plus 2 ions will be moving, and these ions move towards this cathode to pick up those 2 electrons and make into copper. That means at anode, zinc is converting into zinc plus 2, right? Of course, in this also zinc plus 2 and sulfate minus 2 is there. And the zinc rod, which zinc plus 2 ions are converting, and electrons are from these electrons are moving from here to this cathode. Therefore, what are the reactions I can write here? Cathode. Here cathode. What is happening? Electrons are picked up by the copper plus 2. That means at cathode, reduction takes place. Red cat, I told you to remember, red cat or cat red. So here copper plus 2 taking 2 electrons and converting into copper solid. That means copper gets reduced. But whereas in anode, what is anode happening? Zinc is converting into zinc plus 2 by losing 2 electrons. So loss of electron is oxidation. Therefore, at anode oxidation happens, and that oxidation also nothing but zinc is giving 2 electrons to converting into zinc plus 2 ions. Therefore, cathode reduction, anode oxidation only. Cathode reduction, anode oxidation only. Same like electrolytic solution, but here different reactions are happening, different movement, and no electricity is passed into the solution, but electricity is generated from the solution, right? Therefore, the overall redox reaction in this will be zinc plus copper plus 2 is converting into, let me write here, overall redox reaction, zinc solid and copper plus 2 is converting into zinc plus 2 and copper. Here what is happening? Anode oxidation, right? Zinc is converting into zinc plus 2 electrons are eliminated, removed, right? So these are the two reactions. This is the working of electrochemical cell.